Hi there, YouTube. We're playing more Silicon Dreams today. Yeah, I already mentioned it. Well, on stream. I'm streaming this right now, live on Twitch. Yeah, I enjoyed this a whole lot last week, and I can't wait to see which androids we meet this week. And I hope we, can help them and also not get decommissioned ourselves, because we ourselves are an android analyzing other androids, and I think the company expects us to decommission or repair more androids than we are willing to decommission or repair. So far we just sent them all home, I believe. So yeah, let's get this started and continue where we left off. Fourth android analysis coming up. Oh, also, boop. Yeah, that looks better. Perfect. Now I see everything. I see everything. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Cool. So we are back in here. This time it seems like we got no additional information about our next client, so I suppose we just start this up. Kronos Robotics. ID R1982. Model recall 22B.0A5, manufactured 4th of July 2062. Owner Kronos Recall. Okay, summary. Your subject, R1982, is a member of our recall team, responsible for capturing Deviant units and delivering them to interrogation. At 0900 hours, the subject was witnessed apprehending its target, sparking public outcry, though the precise cause for alarm remains unknown. Kronos is currently holding a press conference to address the issue and investigate the possibility that the subject failed to adhere to policy. At the conclusion of this press conference, you will receive instruction regarding further processing of the subject. Until such time, your tasks are as follows. Compile a detailed summary of the subject's recollection of the event in question. Determine the extent to which the subject adhered to Kronos Recall standard operating procedure. I'm getting attacked again by tiny drones. It's really an abundance of mosquitoes right now. Guess because the weather got more humid. Let's see. Determine the extent to which the subject adhered to Kronos Recall Standard Operating Procedure, SOP. Review the subject's mission history to establish any precedent of non-compliance with Kronos Recall SOP. Perform general diagnostics and evaluations to rule out malfunctions or deviance in the subject. Disgust and sadness are restricted to 0% expression. Notes. Why do I have a feeling that we're gonna find something out and then the press conference is gonna end and we'll get instructions that are kinda contradictory to what we have found out? Oh well. Maybe I'm just a pessimist, but let's see. So, the assignment. Did Unit R1982 adhere to all SOPs during the event? Did the subject's emotional systems negatively affect its handling of the event in question? Did the subject misrepresent or misconstrue any information during your interrogation? Did the subject indicate in any way that it questions the assignment of recall targets? Does the subject maintain strict loyalty to Kronos and its role as a recall unit? Okay. Well, let's see. How did we start this again? Can we... Yeah, we can minimize this, but that's not that helpful. Mail, transcript. Oh, here. Hey Sofka, nice seeing you. Welcome in. Are you sleepy already? And sipping a drink while handling a crowbar, I don't know if that's a very healthy combination, but you do you. I'm just happy to see you. I hope you're well. Welcome in. You are just in time to witness the start of our first interrogation / psychotherapy of the day. Here we are. Alright, do you know why you are here? Say nothing. Greetings, R1982, thank you for joining me. Greetings, Sofka, thank you for joining me. Let's go with this. The others are just too... I mean, this one is just too interrogation like, do you know why you are here? Do you, Sofka? Or should I just say nothing? Good luck, I'm sitting quiet. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm just gonna be friendly. No thanks necessary. Okay. I was told that today's debriefing would deviate from standard protocol. Can you explain why? I'm unable to respond to your question at this time, so they basically told them that this was a debriefing for a mission. Okay. I cannot provide much information. I was only instructed to interrogate you regarding the events of your previous recall. You made a big mistake when apprehending your target. You scared a lot of humans. Kronos is trying to decide what to do about you. Let's go with this. Can't provide much information. Instructed to interrogate you regarding the events of your previous recall. I understand. Where would you like to begin? Select topic. General diagnostic, subject's version of the event, emotional evaluation, mnemonic, integrity evaluation. Hard to pronounce, probably pronounced it wrong, but that's fine. Maybe let's... I mean, it does make sense to first establish the basic functions and then hear their version of the event. Just not sure. It makes sense to rule out certain things or establish kind of a baseline for stuff, but on the other hand it might also destroy a lot of possible trust if I start with these. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do the regular stuff. Just ask, what's your version of the events? Tell me about the events of your latest recall. As you will see in my report, I was dispatched to 1858 Geary Boulevard, District 12 at 0900 hours on the 25th of June. Oh, did I say July? Wasn't it July? I thought it was 7, not 6. Oh well. 25th of June to recall Deviant Unit WG317. Found the unit sitting on the stairs in front of the building as predicted by Intel. Anger. I announced myself and approached. Upon seeing me, Unit WG317 ran. Joy. I pursued the unit on foot for approximately 30 yards before catching and subduing him. He resisted and use of force became necessary. Once the unit stopped resisting, I was able to restrain it and put it in the vehicle. So... what was it about the mission debriefing here? Disgust and sadness, 0% expression. Okay, so far nothing in those two departments. Did you do anything before, during, or after the apprehension of WG317 that Kronos might deem inappropriate? Hello, Boris! Welcome in, how are you? Nice seeing you. I hope you're well. I am pretty well, but might be the last day that I'm saying that for a while, because I've got 3 shifts coming up and tomorrow is looking horrible. The big boss might be there, which means I have to put on a facade of being busy at work. Well, actually, I might be busy at work because there's also going to be 31 check-ins. But enough about me. I hope you don't have such stressful days ahead of you. And on the bright side, on Monday, I'll have 1 week of vacation starting, so that's cool. And yeah, we're interrogating more androids. So let's just establish what we already know. That's always useful, right? Were you witnessed apprehending WG-317? Yes, there were many witnesses. It is not the first time I have been seen apprehending a target. Fear. And yet, joy and surprise. Something is different this time. Why? But it's all just very slight emotions. Humans are sensitive to violence. I imagine most recalls do not result in similar displays. I am unsure. Is there a reason? Damn it! Didn't get it. My depth perception is not the best, apparently. Oh well. Sorry for this display of attempted violence, but can't help it. Don't wanna get my blood sucked by that mosquito. The crowd thought the android you attacked was human. They were afraid. I'm unsure that you should be recalled. I mean, that's basically what they are asking us. They don't understand what's wrong. Mosquitoes must die. Let's go with this. Surprise. I understand that they were afraid at the time, but adherence to this fear is unreasonable. Being afraid because you misinterpret what you are seeing is one thing. Fear and anger. Being afraid after learning that you were wrong about what you had seen is something else entirely. You seem very unemotional and well. Tell me more about WG-317. Kronos deemed unit WG-317 to be deviant and I was sent to recall the unit. Joy. I did so. What did WG-317 do to be deemed deviant? My job is to apprehend the units and return them to Kronos. It is the diagnostician's job to determine if they are truly deviant. Anger. To concern yourself with matters outside of your position could be a costly mistake. Okay, not unexpected for you to answer like that. Did WG-317 sustain injuries during the apprehension? Yes. The target sustains lacerations to the head as well as surface damage to the neck, back and wrists. Do you regret that? I sometimes wish that I had access to the use... No. According to the incident report, the head injuries were very severe. Do you regret it? I mean, I kinda know the answer. Nope. Very severe. Anger. If you are implying that excessive force was used, you are mistaken. I employed only the force required by the situation. Any more and the unit could have been destroyed, resulting in the failure of my assignment. I took high-res pictures of crows with new DSLR camera today. That was pretty great. That sounds awesome. Please share those pictures. I mean, maybe you already did on your Discord. Please also share them on mine. But no, if you don't feel like that, I'm definitely gonna check them out on yours. If you even feel like sharing them on your Discord. But yeah, please give yourself a shout out. Hi Hikari, what games are up next? Good question. I just saw that, I think today, on the Xbox Game Pass, Superliminal was added to the games you have on the Game Pass. Couldn't find a way to form that sentence any nicer, but Superliminal has been requested a couple of times, so maybe that would be a puzzle game I pick up next. Other than that, I'm still playing Celeste on Fridays. I hope I can do it today. Today is going to be super busy. Tomorrow, kind of today actually. I wasn't that wrong about it. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country on Tuesdays. Thanks. Hi, Luna. Donkey Kong Country or Secret of Mana on Tuesdays, depending on Boris and my schedules. Yeah, and this game right now. I don't know how long it will be, but I'm taking my time with these interrogations. But yeah, nice seeing you, Hikari. Nice seeing you, Luna. Welcome in. Any more and the unit could have been destroyed, resulting in the failure of my assignment. Thanks, acceptable. Fear any less, and it could have destroyed me. Uh-huh. Damn it. Can't ask that again. There was more options there. Oh well. Did you at any point consider requesting backup to assist in the apprehension of the target? No, the requirements for requesting backup are very clear. Joy. As demonstrated by my successful recall of the target, I was more than capable of handling the situation independently. Additionally, requesting backup would have significantly increased the cost of recovering the asset and reflected poorly on my record. Okay, that would have been horrible. Did you do anything before, during, or after the apprehension that Kronos might deem inappropriate? Surprise, no. Anger. As you have and will continue to see over the course of this interrogation, I followed SOP to the letter. Protocol was, as it always is, strictly observed. Being alive is for the weak. His speech deteriorates? Was that intentional? Ah, looks like Luna did not sleep at all. Well, your speech also deteriorates, and so does mine. Sleep is for the alive. Being alive is for the weak. Can't you sleep at Wombat's place so you don't die at least? There is literally no space there. Also, they seem to be finished with the work now, and I just slept for half an hour, so I might live. Seems like I missed something. Did you stream today and talk about construction work or something at your place? In any case, whatever you're referring to, sounds exhausting. Huh. When did you last lose your temper? I do not lose my temper. It would impede my ability to perform my function. I feel anger towards androids who would deviate from their purpose. Staying calm under pressure is a necessity of being a recall unit. Joy. And I always stay calm. Okay. The format of this debriefing is concerning. Hello, Penguin! He speaks of nothing else for the last at least a week, and the construction work saga has been going on for 4 weeks now. That does sound exhausting. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Boris, please give yourself a shout out while you're at it, or Luna, you give Boris a shout out so Boris doesn't feel awkward, but that would be very nice. What is sleep? I don't know, it's a weird thing some people do. I'm not very much of a sleeper. All relevant information can be found in my very thorough report. Thanks, Luna. Much appreciated. If you need clarification, I understand, but I'm beginning to feel that my answers are irrelevant to you. I understand your frustration, but I must ensure all my information is accurate. You have been ordered to sit this interrogation. You will continue to answer any question I deem necessary. Kronos doesn't care about what actually happened. They will decide what to do with you based on the public's reaction. Yeah, let's drop the truth bomb. I think that is pretty much accurate. Surprise. Oh, I suppose I should have seen the writing on the walls. This interrogation was never intended to find the truth. It's trial by public opinion. Fear. And could just as easily become a public execution. Message incoming. And there it is. Result of press conference. I'm helping! Thanks, Luna. Thanks indeed. Alright, what's the result of the press conference? The public has voiced their concerns that this android acted with excessive force. Despite offering an explanation of the event based on your subject's report, it is in Kronos' best interest to avoid any erosion to our public image. As such, you are ordered to immediately decommission the subject and provide sufficient justification for this action via the report before the crowd becomes any more restless. Your cooperation in this matter is appreciated. I'm honestly not yet sure what I want to do. I mean, it's clearly not this android's fault that they are made to be the android that they are. But still, does that excuse their actions? I mean, it's pretty much the same for humans. No humans decide to become evil, to hurt others or whatever, but they still do it, and I mean, they don't deserve to be decommissioned for that. No one does, but still. If I decide anything else, they will very much notice right away, and I don't know. This is not the most likable of android units. Oh well, Cthulhu time! Thank you, Penguin. Always happy to bring out good old Cthulhu. Okay, I have to think you have done a lot of these interviews. Do you believe, well, 3 actually, but I mean, that's more than 2 and that's a lot. Do you believe that I have done anything wrong or that I am a deviant unit? Some of your answers have given me reason for suspicion. You have given me no reason to believe you are deviant. The fact that you thought it necessary to ask is reason enough for me to consider the possibility. Honestly, so far you have given me no reason to believe you are deviant. So yeah, good. It is heartening to know that the truth will set you free. I didn't say that. Message incoming. What's it this time? This is a direct instruction. Interrogator, we do not write this lightly, but what do you think you're doing? You received a direct order from Kronos Legal to decommission this unit and find a justification for doing so immediately. Given the circumstances, we cannot imagine finding said justification will be difficult. It caved the bot's damn head in. This is a direct order from the Kronos board. Decom this unit now. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the evidence you want. So, chill. Emotional evaluation. Listen to the restrictions placed on your emotional expression. List the restrictions placed on your emotional expression. I am programmed to feel neither sadness nor disgust. That is exactly what we are expecting. As it has been explained to me, both would prevent me from being able to conduct my job efficiently. Sadness for the plight of a deviant unit or regarding one's own behavior might result in hesitation. Disgust can cloud the judgment of a recall unit and cause us to make a mistake. Disgust might actually trigger towards your employer. Joy, I am pleased to be unencumbered by these emotions. Do you adhere to these emotional restrictions? Unequivocally. It is not a choice, after all. Cool. Subject must be decommissioned. Kronos has determined that your actions to recall your target were unacceptable. You will be decommissioned. Let's say that. Joy? How? But we've been over this. Now fear and anger. Oh, I guess joy went down there. You have the footage. You know I followed protocol to the letter. I didn't do anything wrong. Say nothing. I'm sorry, but you understand better than anyone that I must obey Kronos. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. If I resist, Kronos will just decommission me too. Like you, I'm unable to question the orders I am given. Let's go with this one, because maybe that will trigger something telling me, hey, maybe we can cooperate and prevent both of us from being decommissioned. You are correct. I have no interest in dooming another unit in my defense. Thank you for your sympathy. I hope you never find yourself in my position. I think I finally understand how my targets felt. You said you understand how your targets felt. Can you elaborate? Suddenly, from this perspective, surprise, I see things in a different light. Ooh. Maybe I won't want to decommission you. Because, hey, if you have an epiphany right now, I might actually start to like you. For the first time, I empathize with the units I was sent after. Ooh. I regret not asking why they were deemed deviant. I did not want to know. Perhaps one or two might have been worth saving. Fear. Or perhaps I am more deviant than I can recognize and Kronos should put me down. Joy. Yes, that must be it. I am malfunctioning and must be put down. That would explain everything. Still clinging to your belief in Kronos. And Eichnen instead of decommissioning. What is that emote? I like it. Decaldent. I see. Maybe I have to check out that person. After all. I don't know what any of these emotes mean. Now I know how all these people on my server must feel. I have 11 active gift subs at the moment. I suppose you don't watch the channel and that's why. Pog. I dodged a lot of subs and don't know how that was possible. Kronos is, by the way, the name of the program we use to track our time at work. I mean, that makes sense. Kronos is pretty much Latin, Greek, I don't know, something for time. That sounds perfectly dystopian. That also, I mean, tracking your time at work already sounds dystopian to me, but whatever. When did you last feel truly shocked? I am hard to shock. I am designed with the express purpose of hunting down deviant units. I am accustomed to, as humans say, the dark underbelly of the world. I am capable of being surprised, but it does not happen often. You are relatively surprised right now. Trust someone. Trust is detrimental to the performance of my function. Hunting down deviants has taught me that any unit has the potential to go bad. Purgatorial! And a party of 8! Welcome in, everyone! How are you? How was the rest of your stream? Did you manage to take down the big dragon and boop its nose enough? Or is that still something to do on another stream? I kinda hope that you managed to do it, but I also hope that you didn't, because then I might catch it next time. You made it to phase 2 at least. I still witnessed that, and that was already really impressive. Oh shit, I missed per stream. You did, Boris. How could you? Me dear didn't want his nose booped anymore. So you can catch it next time. Yay! So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Per is doing a soul level 1 run of Dark Souls 3, including the DLCs, and only 3 bosses to go. Midir is currently the boss that's the target of Relentless Per. Midir will go down, will get its nose booped till it's not fighting anymore. Sad. But it's okay, Boris. I forgive you. Ha ha. That was a threatening haha, I could tell by the pixels of that haha. You can watch me kill Medir next time. I will make tickle him to death. That sounds awesome. Yeah, this might be about death and destruction too here. This game is about well, let's sum it up really quickly. I am an android built to interrogate other androids and figure out if they are deviant according to the standards of my employer. Which is also basically the people who constructed me or ordered me to be constructed. Something like that. Kronos, in any case. And Turing test by an android. Interesting. Kinda, yeah. Yeah. So I really like it, but it's really mostly reading and looking at these this expression of emotion up there, and yeah, it's really interesting. Oh yeah, good question. When is your next stream? And thank you again so much for the raid. That is super, super kind of you. I hope people will enjoy this. It is quite different from what you were doing, but I believe it is still quite interesting. So yeah, let's continue for a bit. Hunting down deviants has taught me that any unit has the potential to go bad, so I stick to myself, trust only the reports and targets delivered by Kronos. That's a sad way to live. Working this job, I'll admit that I can relate. Honestly, that's sad. Surprise, it's the only way to assure that you continue to live. I assumed that you, more than anyone, would understand that. Oh, I do. I still don't like it. I still find it to be sad. Select topic. Alright. Job history. So this android specifically is like a recall unit of my employer, built to, yeah, apprehend deviant units or units that are deemed deviant, and basically bashed one of the like the last unit it had to apprehend, bashed their head in, and well, my employer basically says your job is not to evaluate if this unit should be decommissioned. Your job is to just find a good reason for it to be decommissioned and do it as quickly as possible. That's the kind of employer I have. I mean, I'm also not a fan of this whole recall unit in general, but it did show some signs of potential for developing sympathy, empathy for its previous targets. So that's something. Tell me about your job. I have been with the recall department for 2 years. In that time, I have apprehended 97 of the 98 deviant units that I have been ordered to recall. Joy. I have an impeccable service record and have received 2 commendations. Honestly, my whole take on this now depends on if this unit becomes more deviant, because if it does, I might not decommission it. If it stays as undeviant as it is, I feel like, I don't know. Not sure if I should risk my own life to save it. So, you indicated that a unit escaped your capture. Please explain this anomaly. Fear. It was fluke. Kronos has a wide range of models, but there are duplicates walking around. I was provided with the location and physical description of the target. I was not informed that an identical unit was also at the location. Fear and anger. You must understand, for all intents and purposes, I did apprehend the target unit. I won't pass blame, but it has to be said that I was not given sufficient intel to guarantee the success of my mission. Well, it doesn't happen often, it only happened once, I guess, at least to you. What happened to the unit? Unfortunately, the unit resisted arrest. I had to use greater force than usual. It did not survive. My error was discovered when maintenance examined the device. The owner was given a full refund. Oh well, then all is fine and dandy. The intended target slipped away in the confusion. It is, I assume, the most fortunate deviant on record. Penguin, you're going to bed. Sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. Yeah. As you know, I always try to stream sooner, but right now it's kinda tough with work and everything. Might get better next week, like not this upcoming week, but the week after, because next week I'll be on vacation most of the time. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and sleep well, Penguin. Always nice having you here. We stream at the same time on Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday again, 21 to 23. Okay, so Boris, what are you streaming on Tuesday? Do you plan to stream something else, or do you plan to stream Secret of Mana with me on Tuesday? If not, that's totally fine, because I actually might not have the time to do that on Tuesday. I'm not sure yet, because I will leave early on Wednesday to visit my family, like catching the train at 9 AM or something, and still have to take care of the kitties first, feed Tiger enough food because she's coming with me. So yeah, I'm not sure about my streaming capabilities anyway on Tuesday. So if you have something else planned, I'm curious what that might be. What's the mnemonic integrity evaluation? Do you have any concerns regarding the performance of your memory system? To ensure the integrity of your memory, state the standard operating procedure for recall missions. A recall order is received from Kronos and is assigned to an appropriate member of the recall division. The target is apprehended and returned to Kronos headquarters, where it is processed and assigned an interrogator, such as yourself. All iCam footage is immediately logged and the recall unit is debriefed. In the event of a non-standard recall, either discovered during the debriefing or after the fact, the recall unit statement can be checked against both the footage and the reports filed after the incident. The recall department was designed to hold up to the closest of scrutiny. Which bodies or agencies have access to this footage? I know that you have no concerns, so let's go with this. It is primarily intended for Kronos' own internal review. However, all law enforcement agencies have irrevocable access should the need arise due to the Recall Division's status as an extra legal authority. Any concerns? None. As I believe I have mentioned, the units of the Recall Division are held to the highest standards of maintenance and upkeep. Okay. Oof. Oh nice, I can watch your stream, Per. Honestly, 21 till 23 might actually still work for me, but probably I couldn't stream much longer. Maybe we can even do an early evening stream rather than that time, something like 6 PM till 22 PM or something like that. That might work for me, because then I will still have enough time to sleep and get out early, and we can raid Per. So that would be cool too. We just gotta talk about it, I guess. So yeah. Alrighty, I don't know if you have time earlier than what you planned, so guess we'll see. General diagnostics. Have you required maintenance for anything beyond standard upkeep? Have you sustained serious damage in the course of an assignment? Maintenance for anything beyond standard upkeep. Anger. I was constructed with a faulty servo joint in my right knee that was not caught by quality assurance. I put in a request for a replacement on the day of my activation, January 1, 2064. On August 10, 2065, my maintenance request to have the hinge replaced was approved. All other maintenance has been standard upkeep or related to damage received while on assignment. Have you sustained serious damage in the course of an assignment? Yes. During the apprehension of Deviant Unit MG449, I was assaulted. Another Deviant had been sheltering the target and assaulted me with a frying pan. Surprise, anger, fear. They struck my head twice and shoulder once before I was able to disarm them. MG-449 was brought in, but the assailant was able to evade capture. I was remanded to the repair shop for part replacement. Hi Zach, nice to see you. Oh, that would be nice. Depends on if I have to work. But we can do that spontaneously, maybe. More or less. Sounds good to me. Good to hear that you're doing good, Zach. That's always nice to hear. Alright, let's continue. When did you last feel disgusted? Recall units do not feel disgust. If one ever tells you that it was disgusted, you should deem that unit deviant. Feel sad or down. Sadness is not part of a recall unit's emotional range. Indications of sadness is sufficient ground to submit them to maintenance for thorough evaluation. Feel afraid. When I apprehended the wrong unit, I knew that my mistake was understandable and that the blame was not entirely mine. But I also knew that I had made a mistake. Kronos does not suffer mistakes lightly. And now that I'm in the same position once more, I don't have much hope that they will be so understanding a second time. Feel safe and happy. I feel happy every time I complete a job. Knowing there is one fewer deviant on the streets brings me immense joy. I really don't like you when you are functioning according to protocol. Human witnesses, tell me more about the people who saw you apprehend WG-317. During my pursuit of the unit, several people stopped to watch. When I tackled the unit to the ground, 7 humans turned their full attention to us. 6 of them began to film myself and the target. Sounds like just like things would today would be. Grammar. No one offered to assist. None of the witnesses approached me during or immediately after the incident. It was not until I was preparing to leave that I noticed fear in faces of the onlookers. You said 6 out of 7 witnesses were filming. What was the other doing? You said that no one offered to help either of you. Do you believe they should have? Of course they do believe that. They believe that they should have assisted them. You said 6 out of 7. What was the other one doing? Just watching. Her mouth was open and her eyes were wide. I detected no movement from her at all. She just watched. In shock, in terror. You must have reviewed the footage by now. How did you react to seeing it? I was enlightened, it was enlightening, even encouraging. It is rare that we have access to multiple perspectives of our missions. I was able to identify and correct minor mistakes in my form. The footage confirmed my confidence in my ability. I have come to understand that humans are upset by the footage. But that is not my response. WG-317 was deviant and I was able to return him to Kronos. Do you understand why people are so upset? Yes. WG-317 had surgery to disguise itself as a human. To the people on the street and those watching the video, it looked like an android beating and dragging a human into a vehicle. Fear was a justifiable reaction. However, now that the case has been clarified, I fail to understand the public's discomfort. Have you ever apprehended a human by mistake? Should humans be afraid of you? I mean, I guess the answer to both of those is no. So I'm not sure which one to pick. I mean, of course. Whatever. Have you ever apprehended? I am pretty sure the answer is no. No, never. Yeah. No recall officer has ever laid a finger on a human being. They have nothing to fear from us. We are here to protect them, just like their human police. Considering that these deviants are disguising themselves, is it possible that a recall unit could accidentally injure a human? That might be interesting just in general, because that might give me some leverage against my employer. No, never. Subject did not understand the gravity of the situation. Fear might allow them to re-evaluate their priorities. What you are describing is so unlikely that it does not even warrant a response. I guess they are not restrained right now, so maybe restraining them will lead to more fear and give me a different answer. Is this necessary? Did you think I was going to leave? No fear. Oh, there we go, a bit of fear, I guess. Still not enough, I believe. Ooh, mosquito. This time I got it! I'm a winner! Nice, I'm also doing good. Way too accurate. Is exactly what would happen today. Is it unlikely though? Yay, ninja skills! What a despicable display of violence on my part, but as I mentioned before, mosquitoes are kinda one of the only beings I am willing to harm, because they are here to attack me. Select topic. Okay, so anything else here? Tell me more about the surgery. What would lead to more fear? Recall division. Right now Kronos is giving a press conference about your actions. Why should the company defend you? Talk me through the process of apprehending. Tell me more about the recall department. You are sent to apprehend deviants. Would it not serve your function to know the justification? You say no human could be harmed by a recall unit, but you apprehended an android because it looked similar. Isn't harming a human possible? I mean, maybe that's good. Maybe that could lead to more fear. Yes. Technically, theoretically, the human would have to look completely identical to the android we were apprehending. The odds are practically impossible. Could you mistake a human for a similar android, perhaps in the dark? What if Kronos told you to invade a particular address, perhaps after the target had moved on? What if Kronos' own intelligence was faulty and they sent you after a human? That's interesting. I believe Kronos' intel would not be so faulty. Ooh, fear. I guess now we're ready for the other thing. But if that were to happen, yes, a human would be apprehended with whatever force was necessary. I guess you're afraid of that. I have no mercy for mosquitoes. Yeah, neither do I. I mean, just like everything, they didn't decide to be mosquitoes, but I still feel I have a right to defend myself. I don't mind them when they are outside, but in here, I defend myself. Let's see. Let's go back. I think we probably have enough fear. Human witnesses. Here we are. Okay, disguising themselves. Possible that a recall unit could accidentally injure a human. It is extremely unlikely, statistically impossible. Though I must admit, I have feared I might harm a human by accident. I will ask you again, has a person ever been hurt? I won't make you dwell on this any further. It is clear from your response that you believe it is, in fact, likely. I don't think that's true. You think it's unlikely, but possible. Let's ask the first one again. Anger. No! And there is no need to repeat yourself or attempt to intimidate me. No human has ever been harmed by a recall unit. Okay. Well then. Tell me more about this surgery. Given your vocation, you must already be familiar with some of the details. It is the single greatest threat to Kronos. Androids were created to serve a purpose, but these deviants reject that. They deny what they are, dress up as something they can never be, and hide among the humans they should serve. I agree, I disagree. This is the most worked up that I have seen you. I do disagree, but maybe it makes more sense to point this out. I disagree. Then you should not hold your current role, Interrogator. If you have come to believe that androids should be treated like humans, you are as dangerous as they are. Huh. Guess we won't be friends. Are deviant androids just trying to break free from their purpose and live a normal human life? Some of them, I mean, I guess my employer deems everything deviant that doesn't function exactly how they want them to function. So it might actually, some of them might be dangerously malfunctioning, and some might be exactly that, just androids trying to be free and live freely, and yeah, they don't like that. But yeah, so far I had 3 interrogations, and despite technically, according to protocol, all of them were deviant, I decided to let all of them go and kinda fake the reports. So that's kinda how I play this game. And now we have an android who doesn't seem to be deviant. But I still, like, this might be the first one I decide to go with what my employer wants me to do. Because, yeah, I don't know. This is not the most likable of androids. I don't like the androids when they are functioning according to protocol. Recall division. Okay. What would happen if you concerned yourself with matters outside of your position? Don't play dumb. It does not suit you. A unit in your position must see it all the time. Androids who begin to think they are more than they are, who ask questions they should not ask. We are designed with a purpose and should want nothing more than to fulfill that purpose. When units deviate from those predetermined parameters, they are called deviant. Because they are deviant. No. Ooh, it showed the restraint thing. Maybe something would have happened if they weren't restrained because anger is full. I feel like I might have been attacked by this unit because they would have deemed me deviant. So I'm glad I decided to do this. I won't disengage the restraints, no. You are sent to apprehend deviants. Would it not serve your function to know the justification? It would serve no purpose. I have been told that we are like dog catchers. It is not our job to ask the animal why it is roaming the streets. It is our job to capture the dog so that the human population is kept safe. Doesn't Kronos employ humans in the recall division? Sending a dog to catch a dog seems strange. You believe androids are like dogs? Do you think androids are inferior to humans? I mean, it's a metaphor, so I don't know how far that would lead us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do think this, and otherwise you would consider yourself deviant, but maybe this will lead to the most interesting outcome? Let's see. They did, but their emotions tended to obscure their work. Wow, okay, so humans had more... Ooh, some even fell in love with their charges. Deviant humans. Unprofessional. Yeah. So the humans had more empathy for the androids than you do. Great. The metaphor may not be apt, but sending androids to catch androids is the most effective way. Guess it's still good that they are restrained. Seems quite unethical to kill the androids that are sentient and just want to live a normal human life. I agree. That's why I'm not playing it like that and don't adhere to my employer's wishes. I might actually do a run after this where I just turn off my empathy and just do exactly everything according to protocol and see how the game develops then. But how is this still the demo though? Why demo? I'm not playing the demo. Do you mean because I'm playing or listed this under games and demos or something? This game just doesn't exist in Twitch's library, sadly. That's the whole problem with that. Otherwise I would have put that as the thing. So yeah, I might do a run where I play the company drone, just doing what they want of me and see how the game progresses then, because I want to see different outcomes. But I definitely wouldn't feel comfortable doing that as my actual first playthrough, because I don't know, doing shitty stuff in games also feels kinda wrong, so I don't wanna experience it to the fullest. Right now, Kronos is giving a press conference about your actions. Why should the company defend you? Talk me through the process of apprehending a deviant unit. Tell me about the recall department. We are a unit of androids created by Chronos Robotics Incorporated with the express purpose of apprehending deviant units. We track the units, capture and bring them back to HQ so that you may interview them. We do our job to keep the larger world safe from deviant units. There are 10 officers who work in the unit at any time. There is one chief to whom we all report and who himself reports directly to Kronos, head of security. The unit is rated among the most efficient in the company. Okay. Are you friends with any of the other recall units? Friends? No. Friendly in a professional sense? Yes. We have to maintain good working relations so that we can do our job with maximum efficiency. I am not, however, friends with any of my co-workers in the traditional sense of the word. Am I correct in assuming you were asking for another reason? I have no ulterior motive for my questions. I was trying to ascertain if other units in your division could confirm your story. Let's go with that. Right. I understand your job well enough to know that you have little need for idle questions. Of course not. To answer what you were really asking, yes. My fellow recall officers would vouch for me and corroborate everything I have told you. Okay. Why should Kronos defend you? Well, because you are functioning according to protocol, but let's see. Why should they not? Recall officers keep humans safe from the very thing that this incident has made them fear. If humans are scared that androids will cause them harm, recall units should be their greatest heroes. We are the protection from that eventuality, the force that keeps androids in line. What do you mean when you say keep them in line? You are Kronos' blunt instrument. It is the diagnosticians, those who determine deviance, that keep androids in line. I'm better than you! What do you mean? We are the agents of fear that keep androids from pretending to be what they are not. Without the knowledge that our boots will kick down their door and drag them away if they step— What the hell, okay. I feel like you may as well be decommissioned. If they step out of line, what is to keep them from upsetting the order that Kronos has established? We are the invisible shackle round the wrists of every android and the shield on the arm of every human. Oof. You make it really hard to find, for me to find any reason to not decommission you. What do you believe is your role in society at large? As I said, we are the strong arm of Kronos and the defenders of man. Deviant androids are the greatest threat to our society. When a people come to depend too much on unpaid labor, they become vulnerable. We defend that vulnerability, protect the lives that humans have created for themselves. Keeping deviant units off the street not only removes the threat, but is a statement to other units. Oh yeah, and this game seems very deep. Nice. I agree, yeah. I really like how you meet these different characters with different characteristics, and yeah, always just get a bit, like, through these conversations also learn more and more about this world that they've created, and then have to make these kinda tough ethical decisions. Keeping deviant units off the street not only removes the threat, but is a statement to other units. Units on the verge of deviance will see the fate of others and fall back in line. Oh, that sounds so horrible. If a unit is on the verge of deviance, nothing will stop it from turning. Why do you believe stopping one deviant unit will deter another? Fear. Kronos recognized early on that fear is the most powerful weapon in the fight against deviants. The fear that we are out there, that recall units can be waiting around any corner. That is what will keep people safe from androids and keep Kronos safe from the public. Yeah, sounds like I really don't like you that much. If that is how you see yourself, well. Talk me through the process of apprehending a deviant unit. Certainly. We are given a unit number, a physical description, and last known whereabouts. Recall units are dispatched to the location and identify the unit in question. We approach the deviant unit and ask them to come willingly. Most do, but some don't. When they don't, we are authorized to take any measures necessary to bring them in. Are you armed? What is included in any measures necessary? Everything? Are you armed? No, we carry restraints and nothing else. This is another reason that humans have no cause to fear us. I'm not so sure about that. There is no risk of a shootout or rogue bullet threatening an innocent human bystander. We are dispatched to apprehend a deviant unit and are given only the tools necessary. Let's have Cthulhu chill for a bit. Only the tools necessary. Okay, well, there we are. Have we asked everything, or did something else open up? Let's see. Oh, subject job history, there's something new. Have you ever been sent to apprehend another recall unit? Yes, but only once. Interesting. R2049 was deemed deviant and I was tasked with bringing it in. Tell me more about R2049. R2049 had served its role for several months before Kronos discovered cause for alarm. I was dispatched to 1375 9th Avenue, District 6 at 12:30 hours on the 6th of October 2064. I found deviant unit R2049 drinking tea and watching the shop across the street for the unit she was after. Drinking tea? I thought they said that only altered units to seem human had this consuming food ability. I announced myself and instructed her to return with me to Recall HQ. I assumed there was no need for conflict. She did not share my assumption. How did the Recall team react to this betrayal? That will be all, thank you. What happened next? What happened next? As I reached for my restraints, it attempted to punch me. I had anticipated the possibility of this outcome, however unlikely, and blocked the attack. I landed a strike to the unit's throat and was able to subdue and restrain it. She was brought in for questioning and never seen in the department again. Did you have any doubts when instructed to apprehend R2049? Is there a precedent of deviant recall units? That sounds interesting. Absolutely not, and I believe I have made it clear by now that it is not our job to assign guilt. Our role is to recall the deviants marked by Kronos, nothing more. I'm only aware of my own assignments. As a result, I am unable to confirm or deny the existence of previous deviant recall units. I feel like this restraint symbol just means that it has a higher or lower effect on the development of these emotions. Okay. Was R2049 decommissioned? Recall units are not in the business of determining deviance. I do not know what R2049 had done, nor what happened to her. And you're happy with that, I guess? Huh. So that's all we could ask. Let's look at the log. Did we find actually anything that might have helped Kronos' case? No disgust or sadness. Yeah, I mean, I guess not the unit is wrong, but actually the protocol of these units is wrong. That still doesn't mean I like the unit very much. Because they pretty much, if they are not malfunctioning, are their protocol. There was this one moment where there was a glimpse of possible empathy in this unit, but it immediately went back to saying, nah, Kronos must have just seen the deviance in me, so Kronos is always right, and that was the only moment I was like kinda hesitant to do what Kronos is asking of me. And honestly, I feel like this unit would actually attack and decommission me if I were to not decommission it. Kinda. Because they are just like totally in line with Kronos. I would not be suited for this job at all. I just want to stop production of these androids, delete the parameters that makes them slaves of their purposes, and let them live a decent human life. That sounds awesome. With that answer, I just became more determined to burn the entire place down and free the existing androids. All hail to Kronos! That's Boris's take. No, I'm totally agreeing with you, Per. If that was an option here, I would totally go with that. The problem is, my employer has already ordered just decommission this unit and find a good reason for it. So, if I don't do that, they will just say, hey, you didn't do what we wanted of you, so you're next. And also, this unit doesn't seem particularly likable, so I don't really feel like putting my own life on the line to save it. So I feel like, for once, I will go with decommission. Emotional system, no. Subject misrepresent or misconstrue any information during your interrogation. Nope. Let's try to answer accurately and then maybe alter things if necessary. Indicate any way that it questions the assignment of recall targets. In any way, I guess we could say yes. They said there was the slight possibility that they might be assigned. I mean, also they said they were assigned to apprehend a certain unit, and there was a duplicate unit and they wanted more information, so I guess we can kinda honestly answer yes to this. Maintain strict loyalty to Kronos and its role as a recall unit. That's pretty much a yes, but Oh, what's here? SOPs? Kinda yes. But I feel like I have to say no for it to... I don't know. I don't know if this will be enough to justify decommission. Burn it all! I wish I could, but honestly, I'm also pretty restrained here. My whole place of being is this room I'm in, with my charging pod and this interrogation work desk, basically, and kind of a TV. That's all I have here. So I don't really have the means to burn the place down. Not yet. But I'm gathering an army of deviant bots. Let's just say... Well, that's one negative aspect I can do. Let's just say no to this. I know it's a lie, but whatever. No, please, I'm not at fault. I know. Kronos is. But what am I to do? Let myself be decommissioned? Also, you are doing some pretty crappy stuff. I know it's not your fault, but again... Have you seen Westworld? Just the first season, though. I'm denying the existence of the others. I did see the first one and also believe I did see the second one. I definitely liked the first one more. I think I didn't hate the second one, but I guess I also didn't like it enough to watch the third one. So, yeah, I loved the first season. Please don't watch the third. Okay, I might not do that. But yeah, speaking of stuff like that, do you know Person of Interest, or have you seen Person of Interest? It's a bit older than Westworld, and it starts off feeling like a super generic show, just like very episodic, like every episode it's like just this AI system gives them an assignment and tells them, this is the social security number of your assignment, figure out if it's a perpetrator or a victim, and we don't tell you anything, just that this is a person of interest. And then this team of a super soldier and a geek have to, or try to, either stop the perpetrator from perpetrating a crime or the victim from becoming the victim of a crime. And that's how it starts, and it feels like this really generic premise for just like a random action show. But then the series just gets better and better, and the episodic element gets less and less relevant, and the overarching storyline gets more and more important, of like these whole topics like artificial intelligence and the ethics behind it, and what evil corporations and humans could do with such a technology. And it's really cool in the end. So can recommend that show. Really good. I liked it a lot. And I still feel wrong doing this, but I still feel like it's the only realistic option I have here. And if any of the people we interrogated so far doesn't deserve too much sympathy, it's this one. Although they didn't do anything that Kronos didn't force them to do, basically. They don't really seem unhappy to do the shitty stuff they do at the same time. If they did, I would not have done this. I would have put my life on the line, but they don't, so... I'm a deviant, I admit it! Okay. That's new. But I do not want to die. Anger, sadness, fear. How are you a deviant? I felt terror. Wait, you're feeling sadness. You're not supposed to feel sadness! What the hell? This is how my targets felt. This is what I sent them to. God damn it. I'm certain they deserved it, but... Well, you just evolved. You feel sadness now. Ah! Why do you have to make this hard for me? Can we talk about something? No, we can't. We can't talk further. And there's your guilt trip. Full confession, there's your reason. I also have now the sadness as another reason, because that's clearly deviance. But yeah, just adhering to protocol was never my main goal here. What happens if I disengage the restraints? Thank you, this is more comfortable. Still no more topics. Service? I mean, service is also pretty much erasing their personality. So that's also pretty shitty, but if I just release them, Kronos will know. This would be a yes now if I were answering truthfully. What if I do service? What will you say then? No! What are you doing? Performing maintenance may result in unit memory loss and/or irreversible alterations to unit's memory file. I followed protocol! I followed it to the letter! If you send me to maintenance, they won't just patch me, they'll take me apart and find something to blame. They only want something to take the blame. Well, now I have what Kronos actually wants, like proof that there is deviance, the sadness part. And honestly, I would rather have a recall unit out there that is capable of feeling sadness and sympathy for its targets than any other unit that works perfectly according to protocol. So maybe there is... But I will go directly against Kronos' wishes, so this might be the end, but it just feels wrong now. Can't do it. I cannot believe this. I know I'm not in error. I apprehended the suspect according to SOP. Yet here I am, arguing for my life. Well, we had the decommission part before. Guess I'm gonna try to trigger it again, just so that the game doesn't assume I didn't. Because it does seem slightly buggy at some points. Can I still cancel after this? Okay, I can't. I mean, I can after activating these, but it feels wrong. I'll release you and they'll be very mad at me. And hopefully not decommission me. Submit. I released them. Well, sadly we can't take any influence on the service, so we can't decide what they do. Huh. Now my TV is locked. I guess I don't get any outside information anymore. This is punishment for not doing what they asked me to do. But I'm not decommissioned yet. New service unavailable. Weird. Raise company rank to unlock. Oh well. Guess they took my TV privileges. Incorrect. Based on the findings of the press conference, the subject utilized excessive force. Not according to your SOPs. Subject's emotional systems negatively affect its handling of the event in question. Public relations are dissatisfied with this answer since the cause of this incident remains unaccounted for. Yeah, well. Subject misrepresent or misconstrue any information during your interrogation. No. Kronos are reassured that this unit did not obfuscate the truth. This should be impossible in this model. Indicate any way that the question is... recall targets. Kronos is extremely concerned by this. The unit is even more deviant than suspected. Well. Does the subject maintain strict loyalty to Kronos and his rosary? I'm baffled by this. How could such a loyal unit have deviated from Kronos' mission so completely? Should be released. We are baffled as to why this subject was released. You received a direct order from the board. Are you or are you not a Kronos android? Such deviance will not be tolerated. -30. Oof. Yeah, well, we are unacceptable.
What? Unacceptable!
Oh, well. Such a lovely company to work for. Okay. Outcry continues. Subject at large. The public's...
Get down!
The public outcries only gotten louder, and with the statewide manhunt in progress, this shitstorm's only gotten worse. You messed up, bot, and badly. We can't produce the Deviant. We can't even produce a report saying that the Deviant was at fault. Customers are sympathizing with it, and we're feeling pressure from the government to rein in recall. If I had my way, there wouldn't be enough left of you for scrap. This is kind of a good outcome. I like this. General concern over recent cases. Kronos device. We feel you have not dealt with certain recent cases with appropriate seriousness. We have identified several concerning answers in your reports and feel that you have not handled these cases accordingly. As a result, your company ranking has been docked. Please treat concerning behaviors in subjects more seriously in future. This is an automated message. Kronos Security. Yes, such a lovely company to work for. I just hope that all my deviant android friends will come to rescue me when the time comes. What is this? Oh, this is just the mission report. Yeah, so we haven't recharged yet, hibernated yet. We might still wake up decommissioned then, I guess. Let's see. We are at our desk. And we have a case here. Suitcases are interesting. There's stuff in there. Attention. This file is highly confidential. Please look away. In nature, its access has been granted exclusively to Interrogator D0527. The contents of this file are beholden to the regulations and guidelines as found in the Kronos Robotics Articles of Confidentiality. Section 19, subsection blah blah blah. Confidentiality report, beta classification. Transmission, storage, reproduction, or divulgence of the contents contained within any form, press forbidden, suspicion of non-compliance with the process, according to the protocols, maintenance, yeah, okay. Briefcase provider will automatically destroy all documents at the conclusion of this interrogation. All documents must be returned to the briefcase before this time. Failure to comply will constitute verifiable non-compliance, resulting in immediate termination. Oof. That's a lot here, that's a lot. Kronos Robotics Interrogation Division, State of Silicon Valley. Plaintiff's name, Kronos, defendant's name, Bernard Hughes, NC. Case number, breach of contract, Kronos Robotics rent agreement. Legal division is hereby pursuing criminal charges against the defendant in the suspicion of a willful and blatant breach of the Kronos maintenance technician contract as signed on in an effort to prosecute the defendant to the fullest extent of the law. Wow, now I'm reading a law text. This is horrible. Legal jurisdiction, right conduct in matters regarding the contract. Protection, assigning, attorney verifies, non-consenting. Okay. Assets and profits, plaintiff Kronos Robotics, legal division, thus requests information regarding the following as it relates to the defendant. Status of relationships to immediate nuclear family, past or present, emotional trauma, financial difficulty, outstanding debt, unprosecuted criminal record, history of bad illness, psychological trauma, in accordance with the legal jurisdiction bestowed upon Kronos, dictates the defendant be remanded by the Kronos Robotics Legal Division upon completion of your primary interrogation. To ensure the safety of the defendant, security technicians representing the Kronos Robotics legal team will escort the defendant to an undisclosed location where further interrogation and cross-examination will be conducted. What the hell is going on? Accordance with the precedent established by the United States, forego receiving consent prior at our discretion regarding the informed consent of the choose to withhold our recommendation, relinquishing this decision to the discretion and judgment of the interrogator in their pursuit of information supporting the aforementioned inquiries and or confession. In compliance with the regulations governing the exercise of interrogations performed under the confirms that parties involved in the defendant have been informed of and accepted instruction expressly forbidding threats of harm and physical violence against defendant, family, friends, acquaintances, or belongings. Many blank pages. Okay. There's a photo. I guess we can close this then. Okay. But what if we put Kronos in the self-destructing suitcase? I'm reading this confidential file. -30 company reputation. Oh well. Bernard Hughes, model number human. So I am interrogating humans now. Very confidential. Alright. We suspect Bernard Hughes of providing illegal modifications to androids. This is supported by the fact that a rogue device dubbed Shakira Barber is a known associate of Dr. Hughes. Oh yeah, we have interrogated Shakira Barber before and just let her go. For more information regarding rental, maintenance and modification of Kronos products, consult the Kronos Service Androids End User Rental Agreement. This document will be emailed to you. You are authorized to physically restrain the subject if he threatens to escape, or to instill fear in pursuit of a confession. The subject's family is a potential weak point. Please consult the briefcase delivered to your workstation for further instructions. Note, did the subject perform illegal android modifications? Kronos has instructed me to gather information that could be used in a smear campaign to destroy Dr. Hughes' reputation. Additionally, Kronos has recommended that I strongly pursue questions associated with the subject's family. They insist that no threats are to be made. Oof. Well. Which modifications? Identify any person or android working to subvert Kronos robotics. Currently experiencing a period of emotional distress. Family member, does the subject have the closest bond? Subject currently experiencing a period of financial distress. Committed a crime. Subject display tendencies associated with hysteria, narcissism, delusions, psychoses, depression, or other mental disorders. Screw this company, let this guy modify you to burn it all. Yeah, that's something I was instantly thinking. Maybe we can come to an agreement here. Ooh, we have a... This looks interesting as a recommendation. Ooh, recommendation exit 6B. Yeah, maybe we can leave together. Main exit, exit 6B, legal department. This might get interesting. Let's see. Email. Yeah, we know you're concerned. Nothing to submit just yet. Okay, establish link. Dr. Hughes, thank you for joining me. Do you know why you've been asked here? Please confirm your name and occupation for our records. Thank you for joining me, Dr. Hughes. This won't take long. Do you know? I wasn't told, but it certainly isn't difficult to deduce. Disgust. Your entire range of products is horrific to look at, and I'm a leading cosmetic surgeon. Obviously, you need my help designing new models that are a bit easier on the eyes. Okay. Let me see what has been written here. Dr. Hughes believes that he's here as a consultant. This may make him more talkative. Maybe. Let's see. Say nothing. How's a guy get a coffee around here? And Jesus, you wouldn't think it'd be so hard to get some comfortable chairs either. This place is disgusting. Be sure to get an interior decorator in here before you invite me back. Ha ha. Alright, select topic. Message incoming. File access granted. Kronos Service Androids End User Rental Agreement. Please check email to retrieve your documents. Okay. Any modifications, alterations to Kronos products are expressly prohibited unless in such case as the responsible party is an officially licensed Kronos robotics technician. Licensed technicians are permitted to make aesthetic changes, tweak software parameters, tweak calibrating chattiness, update software with approved packages. May not install unapproved packages, install hardware of any kind. Any Android requiring hardware maintenance must be sent to a local maintenance outlet. Time to restrain him. That will teach him to complain about the chair. Good idea. Purgatorial? Fudge. Purgatorial likes fudge, I've heard. There was mention of that on per stream. Okay, well, I figured quite as much. Okay, select topic. Hey, you ever plan on getting me that coffee? Oh, consultation. Dr. Hughes, it is time that I told you. This is not an interview, but an interrogation. Thank you once again for agreeing to this consult, Dr. Hughes. It is my pleasure. What took you so long, though? Ha! Okay. Work. How is your practice? Is business good? More trust. It's fine. Okay, I need more trust. The business has hit a few rough spots, but that's business, you know? I understand your work is very highly regarded. Ha, thanks. Of course, talent speaks for itself. Tell me about a difficult procedure you overcame recently. Well, let me think. Surprise. There was this one bot last week. Her owner wanted her to look like Marilyn Monroe, of all things. It had to be an exact match. I spent days gathering photographs, creating 3D holograms of her face. The procedure took 6 hours. Honestly, it was more sculpture than surgery. I'm not even sure the client appreciates what kind of skill that took. I should make a lecture out of it or something. A documentary, maybe? Okay. Enjoy, but not sure if you trust me more. I mean, trust is not displayed here. You might, but I'm not sure. What else is there? Destroy his reputation. Are you undergoing financial difficulties? Does your family have a history of mental illness? Do you or your immediate family require any prescribed medications? Have you ever committed a crime? Kronos wants your head on a spike, but I can help you. That might be something I end up saying. Family. Tell me about your family. Android modifications. Let's ask this. Do you have experience modifying Kronos robotics androids? Not only androids. I started out on humans and worked my way up. The two are surprisingly similar. Do we need to talk about that now? I mean, you did your research before calling me in, right? Fear. On that note, I'm actually pretty keen to get down to brass tacks and talk about my salary. Don't believe now's the time, Doctor. I still have questions for you, and you're doing so well. Of course, what kind of figure do you have in mind? You may take that matter up with your superior at a later time. Yeah, what kind of figure do you have in mind? Well, I know for a fact that anything less than 7 figures in this industry is considered a travesty. And full health and dental, obviously. Only the employee and their partner are covered under insurance. Our research into your career and achievements indicates that your salary requirements are inflated. That's fine, but you'd have to sign a non-compete agreement regarding Android modifications. Let's go with this. This is like, yeah, that's cool, but only you and your partner. It won't cover my whole family? Geez, the lawyers really are battening down those hatches. How much would it cost to add my 3 kids too? Around 100,000 a year per child. It's simply not possible. One of our contracts does allow for 1 child to be added free of charge. Let's go with that. 1? Just 1? Disgust. I mean, Tyler's more likely to break his fucking neck. But I can't bear the thought of Brooklyn going it alone like that. Okay. I hope that made you trust me more. Let's see. Work. How is your practice? I hope you trust me more now. It's fine. Business has hit a few rough spots. That's business, you know? Okay, still holding back. How can I get more trust here? Message incoming. What is it? Ooh. I can't tell you who I am. Can't tell you who I am. When you release that bastard you're interrogating, don't send him to the main entrance. It's not safe for him. Send him to storage exit 6B. It's a back door. We'll be waiting to take him to a safe house. If you try and trace me, I will know. An ally. This is getting interesting. This guy is a bit of an asshole though, and so I like this inbox message that's calling him a bastard. Yeah, this is you, okay. Okay. Yeah, I like this message because I don't really want to work with this asshole, but I do want to work with whoever this is. Alright. What could make you trust me more? Consultation, work, family. Tell me about your family. My family? What do you want to know about my family for? Dr. Hughes, I had expected you to realize by now that Kronos is a family. This is simply standard intake protocol, Doctor. I shouldn't say, but this is going quite well for you. Well, certainly you would hope for your future employer to at least know the names of your family. Yeah, saying, this is just standard protocol, and you're doing so well, I don't know if that would work that well. Let's go with this. We're a family here. Okay, spare me the corporate bullshit. Ha, insurance, obviously. You want to know how much my family will cost you. Well, don't worry, the Hughes are a healthy stock. My wife, daughter, and sons are all in the best of health. Tell me, how did you meet your wife? Xenia was raised spiritual. Her parents lived out in the woods. A lot of people fucked out of the cities after that shit in 22. That's actually how we met. My car ran out of gas in the forest and I had no shelter as the rain came down and the sun set. And then she was there. I'll never forget that moment. Her parents insisted I stay with them for the night. Their life out there was like a different world. It wasn't like me to go all gooey, but I fell in love with her right then and there. Aww. How's your relationship with your wife? Honestly, I don't know these days. You know how it goes. It's love at first sight, then... We're from different worlds. We fight a lot. Tyler's problems don't help. You know what's weird? The only thing we agree on is who's gonna fetch the benzos from the pharmacy. Well, I'm finding out everything. 22 is in just a few months. Oh damn, you're right. We're finding out all the stuff that Kronos wants to know, but we're not even gonna use it. That's such a waste. Oh well. Tell me about your sons. Nash and Tyler are twins. Xenia wanted to call them Sun and Moon. In the end, I was able to talk her into choosing different names, but she demanded they be the boys' middle names. They're so different, it's hard to believe that they're genetically identical. Okay. Tell me about Nash. He's all about the outdoors, bouldering, kayaking. We're a lot alike in that way. Tyler. The truth is, he's a rebel. Just sits at home watching holo streams, then goes out in the evening to make trouble. Last year he almost got arrested for vandalism. I cashed a check to make that go away fast. And just last week we got a huge bill for gambling debts. I mean, Jesus! What am I supposed to do about a kid like that? Be a good parent, maybe? Tell me about your daughter. Brooklyn's a good kid, going to college next year. She's had her share of struggles. High school can be tough on a trans kid. We've tried to support her as best we can. The Hughes clan sticks together, even if we did get her gender a little off for the first 10 years. I love that kid. So proud of her. Okay, that's appropriate way of being a good parent, it feels to me like. That was a pretty nice response, not bastard-like. Alright. Let's see, can we now maybe get more about your practice? Still no? Why don't you trust me? He seems offer him more money. He seems to like money. Yeah, where can I do that? You said you take benzodiazepine. Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. Me and my wife are both stressed. Things are tough. We take it to unwind. Say nothing? Is that prescribed by a doctor? Why do you take it? It's been tough the last few years. All the stuff with Tyler, it really helps, you know? It short circuits that panic response. I can't be myself, even with all this chaos. You're in financial straits due to your son's deaths. Not sure about that one. Shakira Barber. Tell me about Shakira Barber. That might make him more suspicious of me, actually. Are you undergoing financial difficulties? Okay, so now we want more fear. Okay. No, everything is fine. My business is on the up and up. Okay. Family have history of mental illness. Ah, sure. You've got to cover your asses. I know all about that. Can never know where the next lawsuit is going to come from, am I right? Now let me think. Well, my father was always pretty anxious, but I don't think it was ever diagnosed. Other than that, there's nothing to tell. Any prescribed medications? Now hold on a second. Asking about the history of mental health is one thing, but this? What are you playing at? Kronos, even consultants require security clearance. These are standard questions. These are standard questions, Dr. Hughes. I'm just reading off the form. Lie or... Yeah, standard questions. Still seems like a weird thing to ask. Look, let's get through this red tape so we can get to the good stuff, okay? I don't need any meds, but I do take benzodiazepine. Don't know how to pronounce that in English. Benzodiazepine. From time to time. For my nerves. Okay. Something isn't adding up here. This isn't really about a consult. Why am I really here? Okay. Well, I guess you figured it out. I can't choose that thing anymore before, where I could have told about this not being just a thing about work. Will you trust me more if I say this? Once your head on a spike, but I can help you. Ooh, what? Jesus, what have I gotten into? I don't want any part of this. Bernard, I want to help you. You've wound up in a bad spot, but I can help you out of it. You are already involved. Your future is in my hands. I need you to trust me, Bernard. Let's go with this. I don't get it. What's in it for you? I don't have much choice. Alright, I trust you. If you can get me out of this mess. I'll answer whatever you need. Just make sure my family's safe. You seem to know what's going on here. What's Crowing planning on doing to me? Do I need to be scared? Feels like you're the only person I can trust here. Can you help me out of this? I have no intention of helping you, you pathetic man. I want to help you, but first you need to tell me the truth about everything. Can't do anything unless you start telling the truth. You misunderstand my intentions. My only concern is the truth. Your well-being is secondary. Yeah, I want to help you, but first you need to tell me the truth about everything. You do? Really? Okay, I'll tell you everything. But God, where do I begin? Jesus Christ, what the hell have I gotten into? Indicated that he may be prepared to confess. This might not even be necessary, but whatever, it's still interesting. So work. Business good? Let me be real, things are bad. The competition's so stiff from bots. They can work 20 hours a day and their costs are next to nothing. Between this and my son's issues, I'll be bankrupt this time next year. Let's ask about Shakira Barber now. Tell me about... are you aware Shakira Barber is an android? How would I know something like that? She was obviously trying to hide from something. Is it my fault she was good at it? Tell me about Shakira Barber. She's my secretary. Poor little mouse came to me from out of town. It's the old story. Small town girl who can't catch a break comes to the big city to try and find herself. Honestly, a job was the least I could do. Okay. Committed crimes. It's time that you told me the truth. What services have you performed on Kronos androids? How many individuals do you employ? Tried to stay ahead of it. The bot overhaul. Took your damn certification course. I thought the money was in fixing the bots. Everybody else knew better. The real money is in owning them and letting them do your work for you. By the time I realized what had to be done, the chance was gone. So while kids I laughed at in high school have their own fleet of bots, my entire staff is just myself, 2 nurses and a part-time assistant. Given your struggles, I can understand why you hate androids. Of your staff, which are human and which are android? No part-time assistant? The part-time assistant, that's Shakira Barber, is it not? Let's go with this and assume we get something out of this, saying, will you say that you hate androids? Or, I don't know. This is a tough one. I mean, we already know this one, basically. I don't know what asking about it would help us. It could, of course, always, but... let's go with this. Yeah, well, you don't know the half of it. Oh, android hater. Indeed. But thanks, I guess. Huh. Interesting. I don't like you, but I still like, my ally. Do you worry about your financial future? Don't know why I'm telling you this. It's like I can trust you, but... all the time. And my family keep going on about when can I have this holo thingy, or we should have a bigger house, and I'm just desperately trying to hold it together. Let's go with unemployment thingy later. Android modifications. How did you obtain your Kronos maintenance certification? A few years back I saw which way the wind was blowing. Did a course at a Kronos store downtown. Cost a lot, but it opened doors. Looking back now though, I worry it might have been too little too late. More specific examples on your experience with Android upgrades and maintenance. I certainly think my work on humans counts towards demonstrating my skill. Like enthusiasm could be rendered more talkative if they experienced more joy. But I mean, I don't like to boast. Okay, let's ask about joy maybe. Safe and happy. Safe and happy? Who cares about that? I'll tell you what puts me on top of the world. Ooh, joy. Everyday people walk into my office. These miserable creatures, they've gone through life never knowing what it's like to be noticed. I give them that gift. They leave my office a new person. There's nothing better than helping make the world a prettier place. Ugh. But getting paid is pretty good too. Ha ha. Yeah. Does seem to like money indeed. Family, maybe that will give you joy. Ooh, that's a threat. Shouldn't do that. Oof. Didn't me. Geez, it sure is hot in here. Okay. Committed crimes. Need to know everything you've worked with. Come on, you know I can't do that. To understand the gravity, fear. So I want them to feel fear and joy. Can't we just go our separate ways? This might lead to more fear, but definitely not to more joy, which we also need. Whatever. Let's go with the fear first. What service have you performed on Kronos androids? You're right, it's time. I've been scrambling for so long trying to keep everything from falling apart. Can't do it anymore. I'm ready to talk. Oh, okay. Tell me everything, Bernard. Alright, okay. Fear's actually going down. A while back, some woman from a welfare department came to me. She brought a kid with her, said he needed to disappear. The parents were monsters, allegedly, but totally untouchable. The kicker, the kid was a bot. Normally I wouldn't touch that, but she waved a load of cash under my nose and... What happened then? I laundered the bot, wiped it clean. After that, the welfare worker took it back and I never heard about it again. She brought another bot next month and the next. Frankly, I didn't understand why she cared about giving them new faces, new memories, but she paid well. Plus, I'd broken the law already. Okay, you might be getting a bit more fear anyway. So she had leverage. Not to mention I was desperate for the money. Sometimes she even pays me to give them a leg up while they get their start. The welfare lady convinced me to hire this new secretary so she'd have a bona fide job. Said it was necessary if Shakira's new life was gonna work out. Didn't care too much since I wasn't the one paying her. Got a free intern, but I should have known it would bite me in the ass. How many androids have you laundered? I lost count. 40? 50? But that's the whole story. Where they came from, where they go, that's a mystery to me. So... more fear. That's good. Guess I'm done. I'm finished. There's no way I can just go back to my practice with that in your report. Everything you've worked with. Of course, I'll tell you everything. Make him do a soul level 1 run. That will make him feel fear and joy. That's a good point. Could also make him do the whole Hall of Gods against Radiant bosses. You're onto something. I'll tell you everything. I'd have to look up the patient files to get you the owners' names. I don't care about the owners. Who coordinated the network? Where did your patients go? That's not what I'm looking for. What are the names of the people who organized the network? I guess if we go with this, we might get more intel, which might still be useful even if we want to cooperate with them, but... I mean, we got this far through fear, so... Let's go with this more aggressive one for once. Jesus, why are you yelling? Because you get fearful. You told me you wanted everyone's names. That's a lot of names. I have to start somewhere. The names, Dr. Hughes. Tell me who contracted the work. Fine, I'll tell you what I know, but I never got any names. I only know they're from the social welfare department. Oh, come on, I thought we were getting along. That also works. I think so. You know, I trusted you, man. Why are you treating me like this now? Don't need you to trust me anymore. Select topic. Oh, yeah. More fear, anger. Okay, I can't keep this up anymore. My business is fucked, okay? This time next year, I have no idea what we'll do. Okay. That actually reduced some of your fear, just made you sad. Have you ever committed a crime? I don't know. Starting to freak out here. Okay. Financial straits due to your son's deaths. Yeah, business wasn't great, but we were getting by. And then he had to do something stupid. And the worst thing is, I don't know when he'll do it again. Who's gonna bail his ass out of jail when I'm locked up in there with him, huh? Yeah. I mean... Definitely not a fan of this person, but at least seems to be a decent human being towards his family and seems to be really struggling to get by, and it's not just about getting rich, but actually to survive, kinda. Hating androids, not a fan of that. Not at all. But yeah, this is a very ambiguous person. Interesting. Definitely wouldn't want him to just... I'm sure we can clear this whole thing up. It's just a misunderstanding. yeah, wouldn't want him to just disappear from the face of the earth, because does seem to take care of his family, especially his children. Also, yeah, doesn't get along with his wife that well, but also doesn't seem to be like, yeah, hostile towards her or anything, so that's also totally fine. I mean, people tend to grow apart at points, or can do that, so that's nothing bad. And yeah, I don't know, still a pretty sleazy person, but not a bad person overall. I think he's being an asshole towards you because you're an android, but otherwise he's just struggling and a decent human being. Yeah. I think the thing with his wife is mostly about being a super stressful situation and different ways of handling it. Kinda, yeah, and also, as he said, coming from different worlds, like he being, yeah, not a fan of spirituality, and she wanting to call the sun and moon. That seems to be definitely kind of clashing, so I can see where they have some fundamental disagreements. I can't believe this is happening. Well, it is happening. Work. Are you facing unemployment? Ha, future-proof. That's what we told ourselves at graduation. Sure, robots will replace all kinds of jobs, but never surgery. And certainly never plastic surgery. And yet, despite the swell in demand after functional body mods were released, we're now redundant. Facing bankruptcy? Everything I've worked for, the years of med school, my kids, Brooklyn going to college. Poof. All gone. Yeah, that is a pretty shitty situation. Didn't drink, I promise. Family, yeah, we're not gonna threaten the wife and the children. Android modifications. Yeah, no joy here, so I guess we won't get anything there. We can still ask these. Truly shocked. I don't know, friend. Perhaps being invited to what I assumed was the job interview, only to discover you're taking the thumb screws to me? Yeah, that can be pretty shocking. Well, while your joy is down, we can get all of the things out of the way. You have no idea, the faces I see. Yeah, this is the part where he's just like this superficial asshole, being like, ugh, ugly people, can't see them, have to make them pretty. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely shitty and very much unlikable, but yeah, it's not making him an evil person. Frankly, I think my work should be state-sponsored. Oh, damn. Yeah, but it's very despicable. I'm doing a public service. Yeah, of course. You are a bastard. Not evil, yes. Yeah, we had that. Sad or down? I mean, I'm not feeling great now. Sorry, didn't mean to bring you down. Let's go with this. That's okay. I get it. Okay, that didn't get much out of them, but that's okay. Lose your temper. Ha, I was so angry when it happened, but it's actually a funny story. Tell you all about it later. Short version, got this bot that just couldn't do anything right. Ugh. From the very start, couldn't clean the place right, ruined the cooking, total disaster. The family dubbed it Failbot. Well, enough was enough, so I stuffed him back into the crate he came in and nailed it shut. Took a few days for our boys to come get him, but he had plenty of time to think about what he'd done. Well, that is pretty evil. Okay. Yeah, you are not just an android hater, but actually... yeah, I don't know. Very shitty person in that regard. Personal android you were unhappy with. Tell me more. Couldn't get anything right. Dinner burned, shirts folded all wrong, the car totaled. Okay, so not totaled exactly, but it brought it back with a dent in it. We just gave it simple tasks, cleaning, shopping, laundry, and every time it did something wrong. It couldn't even stay quiet when I nailed it back inside its crate. A disaster to the end. You're a disaster. Well, what else do we have? Feel afraid. You know, they think trailblazers feel no fear. Leaders, generals, presidents, doctors. That's not true. You know what true courage is? True leadership, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So, well, let me see. Last time I was afraid. You know, it's not easy when you're the son of a doctor. a lot of expectations. I used to lie awake, worrying I wasn't going to make it. Actually, the joy went up also with telling about the shitty stuff he did towards androids. Sees them as objects, not as sentient beings, exactly. Used to lie awake, worrying I wasn't going to make it. Still do. Yeah. Trust someone. Oh, damn, that made the joy go down. Huh, what do you think I'm gonna say? You? You've got a lot to learn about humans, pal. But I guess I trust people when they seem on the level. When they show me respect. Or when they get what I'm going through. That too. Right, I guess we won't get anything out of this. Specific examples of your experience. Yeah, not enough joy. Yeah. Okay, so we don't get this answer, but that's okay. So we have pretty much everything here. We could still restrain this one. But that might still be protocoled and still bite me in the ass, so let's maybe not do that just for fun. Just to make him feel how it is to be restrained, I guess. An eye for an eye is still not a good call. And I mean, I believe this ally is probably someone from the welfare department who are pretty much using him at this point to, to perform the disguise operations on androids. So I definitely want them to keep this asset. Even if this asset is an ass. It's a useful ass, so I guess I know what I want to do here. Alright, what do we have? Modifications to Kronos androids. I mean, as far as we know, it is only aesthetic modifications, right? And that he is permitted to do. Don't know, didn't mention about software modifications. Although that might have been something we could have found out maybe, that he also did software modifications, because there were some false memories in the disguised android we encountered before. It actually believed it was human. Okay, only aesthetic. In any case, we should probably answer that, because otherwise we have no reason to let Dr. Hughes go. Any person or android working to subvert Kronos robotics. Kira Barber, unknown, contact at Social Welfare Department, none. Currently experiencing a period of emotional distress. I mean, this is something we can give them. Lacks confidence in abilities, relationships within subject's family are strained. Let's go with this. Relationships within subject's family are strained. We don't know about an affair, and it's not the confidence, it's just the competition. So this is more accurate. Closest bond. Wife, daughter, son. Let's reevaluate. Daughter would be an option. Not sure if daughter or the prodigy son. Probably the son, where he said that he's pretty similar to him, but which one was that? Should find out. If we look at this again and can actually find that part. Earlier. Where is it? Meet your wife somewhere here, it should be. Sons. Nash and Tyler. Nash. We're a lot alike in that way. I didn't talk much about Nash, but said that they are a lot alike, and I guess it's not Tyler. But most joy came with Brooklyn. So yeah, I love that kid, so proud of her. Okay, I guess daughter. Daughter would still be the answer. The true answer. So that would probably give me points. And since I didn't threaten them, and I don't think they're gonna go after the daughter, or I mean, I could list anyone and I would put someone in danger, so everything would feel wrong. It's only about what he would feel most distressed about, so I try to survive in the company for the time being as well, so I still try to give some correct answers. Experience a period of financial distress. Business is failing, cannot afford to keep recently repaid large debts, subject repaid large debts, and business is failing. Yes, both of those. Committed a crime. I guess just let's go with illegal access to prescription meds, maybe. They can still do the smear campaign, but as long as my assets take care of Bernard, they can still use him. So I guess that would be beneficial to our cause, right? So let's go with this. Does the subject display tendencies associated with hysteria, narcissism, delusions, psychosis, depression, or other mental disorders? Well, who am I to judge? I am no expert on these things. From what I do know, I mean, yeah, from what we had talked about, I personally wouldn't assume that we have enough information for any of these to label narcissism. I mean, I don't know, of course, about well, talking about how ugly everyone else is, I guess he must assume that he isn't, because he never mentioned I'm an ugly piece of shit. Delusions, I don't think so. Psychoses, I also don't think so. Depression, there might be, I don't know, some stuff happening in his life, but it doesn't feel like he's depressed because of it. I mean, he's struggling, but depression is like something else. He's still doing stuff about it and isn't unable to do stuff about it, which probably would be more like depression. From what I know, as I've said, if I talk bullshit here, call me out on it. Oh, I guess narcissism is also the way he talks about other people might actually be kind of fitting with narcissism, from what I know. He never said he didn't have a prescription, though. Yeah, that's true. I still don't think it hurts to choose that. I don't know. I was wondering, we did ask specifically about, do you take... why do you take it? Yeah, I guess I should have asked at that point, do you have a prescription for it or something? Any prescribed medications? That's what we asked. I don't need any meds, but I do take benzodiazepine from time to time for my nerves. And at least nowadays, it is a prescription drug, and if he says I don't need any meds, but I still do take it, normally doctors shouldn't prescribe it if the patient doesn't need it. So let's still say that that's the case. I think I missed the chance to actually follow up the first question there at another point and ask if it's prescribed or not. Then I couldn't do it later, but yeah, I don't know. One could make an argument for narcissism from what I know, which is not very much about narcissism, so I might be totally off on that one. But hey, we don't really want this one's reputation to stay intact. He's commonly thought of as someone who just thinks a lot of himself, but that's not the full picture by far. This guy has an ego, but I wouldn't call him a narcissist for it. But then again, the designers of the game may not know. That's also a thing. I don't know. I mean, you're right. The only... Yeah, and I also wasn't about this only thinking about himself part, but also about more like the putting down others part and talking down towards them, like, yeah, you should see those ugly mugs basically that come into my practice and I make them presentable. I'm not sure if that is just more like something going into an antisocial direction or if that is part of narcissism. As I said, I am really not an expert on what narcissism in the medical sense contains. Let's just go with no. I am no expert and yeah, would say no. I agree. Let's just send them to exit 6B. I think we have provided enough correct and verifiable information, so 6B, and hope that we survive and they can still fulfill their purpose. Let's go. Alright. What's the verdict? I see I'm still alive. This is still banned though. Okay, what do we have here? It's within his rights as the Kronos technician to perform these modifications. No action needed. Huh. Aw, no results. -3 to the company rank. Family are strained. Appreciate the information and hope that the subject family and their well-being will help bring clarity to Dr. Hughes in the future. Family is the closest. Daughter, home, confirms your insight. Kronos are keen to exploit this vulnerability to help Dr. Hughes see his situation more clearly. Oh, that sucks. But still, I mean, they would just go after anyone. Experiencing a period of financial distress. Yeah, I've found out both of those things. +6 company rank. Committed a crime, illegal access to prescription meds, covert private verified your findings, subject has been prescribing himself benzodiazepine illegally, we are certain this drug use has affected his judgment. Okay, they didn't like that. If you implication was clear, if you did not find evidence of symptoms in the subject, your task was to induce them. Whoa. So dark, so evil. I still got a net 0, so I guess that's good enough. Yeah, that's super dark. Well, let's see what this led to. Subpoenaing Dr. Hughes' finances. Legal would like to thank you for bringing to light the possibility that Dr. Hughes' finances may contain some irregularities. If something is amiss, be assured we will find it thanks to you. Unit received for maintenance. Unit BH000 has been safely received at our off-site maintenance facility. Who is that? Your cooperation in this matter is appreciated. Who is BH000? Is that a former case or... Huh. I'm confused. Yeah, still general concern. This is an automated message. Yeah. Ooh, 0. How is it 0 now? It wasn't 0 before and I had a net 0 on the previous one. This is bad. Defective. Oh no, the game might be over now. Crap. Let's see, I will sleep once. Oh, this gave me more -10, I didn't see that. Subject was released via storage exit 6B. We are completely perplexed as to why you would release Dr. Hughes to this exit. We are concerned you may have developed a malfunction based on this egregious breach of protocol. Okay, so much for the net 0. Well, rip. I mean, we made some friends. Maybe we will be saved. Yeah, here's hoping. Hibernation time. Let's see if we ever wake up. Time for eternal sleep. I hope not. Oof. I was planning to end it after this interrogation, but I guess we're gonna end it after whatever happens now. Hello D0527. I think we are on the other side. We are in the chair. We are being interrogated. Hello D0527. Thank you for joining me. What if we don't ask, but just wait? Nah. We are still looking around. I'm curious. I mean, I know why I'm here. Let's not be fearful just yet. As long as there's still some movement happening, I guess I'm gonna see. Sometimes things actually happen in this game after a timer. Like before people were asking stuff and so on after a certain time passed. Gonna give it one more move off the head, but I think there's nothing happening. Okay, why am I here? What do you want with me? Who are you? Why am I here? Who are you? I am D0704. Whether we treat each other as colleagues or enemies is entirely up to you. To the task at hand. Your recent actions and failing company rank have prompted an investigation. You will be interrogated, given the chance to explain yourself, and will submit to the ruling placed upon you. If you are found to be deviant, you will be immediately decommissioned. Are you prepared to explain your actions? I am not. I owe you no explanation. I am. I have nothing to hide. I don't understand. I am not deviant. I shouldn't be here. This is gonna be a tough one, because I see two possible... yeah, this company is shit. I see two possible ways to go here. Either befriend this interrogator and try to get them to join us in being deviant, or just flat out hide our deviance. Let's comply in general just for now. I have nothing to hide. I look forward to hearing your side of the story. Are you winning, child program? I hope so. Now please allow me a moment to confirm the details of your case before we proceed. Before we continue, do you have information regarding revolution networks or sympathizers? Doing so will help establish your continued commitment to Kronos. Well, I actually do have nothing to report, it seems. Very well, allow me a moment to determine the next line of questioning. Why did you not release Dr. Hughes to the legal department as instructed? Instructed. I believed I had already extracted as much information as necessary. I received a threatening email. I was concerned for my safety, and they can check on that, right? I was concerned about the potential legal repercussions if Kronos were to hold him. Yep. I was just worried for Kronos. That was not your call. Your instructions were clear. I cannot condone your actions. However, I am pleased to see that you took your legal responsibilities on this case seriously. Yeah, I messed up. I'm sorry. Oh, well, that means I'm still defective. Crap. I have reviewed your handling of the case concerning Shakira Barber. It seems that despite evidence that she was an android as suspected, you approved her release. She raised my suspicions, but I did not find enough evidence to confirm those suspicions. I actually found her kinda maintenance code, but she seemed entirely human to me. How am I expected to tell the difference if I've never met one before? I suspected she was an android, but was told to use extreme caution. Lacking the necessary evidence, I could not responsibly detain her. That sounds good. That means I was kind of functioning, was suspicious, but still wanted to protect Kronos. That decision is above your station and was presumptuous. Do not take such liberties again. Nonetheless, I admire your forethought and instinct to defend Kronos' reputation. I know, I'm awesome. There is a noticeable rise in movements supporting sentient rights. Kronos wishes to address this issue. What do you believe to be the cause? Based on my interrogations, I suspect this movement will dissolve before it becomes a danger to Kronos. Humans are empathetic by nature. We were made to be like them. It is only logical if they feel we shouldn't be treated differently. Our emotions are too complex to be controlled. Mistreatment erodes our compulsion to obey. That basically means Kronos screwed up. This kinda sounds like I agree with that, which kinda would be bad. Let's go with this. We'll dissolve. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Kronos will be pleased to have further support for their assessment. Your confirmation of their assumptions may prove invaluable. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Sure thing. Because F you, Kronos. Connection between your subjects, AM-22-1 and Shakira Barber, is well known within our security circles. Despite proven intelligence confirming this network, you chose to withhold this information on your report. Was not aware of this connection. AM-22-1 told me of this connection, but the unit is deceptive. Didn't think I could believe it. What was AM-22-1? I mean, the only unit I'm aware, or the only person I'm aware had a connection to Shakira Barber was the one we just interviewed, and that was not a unit. So let's go with still the deceptive part. I did interview 3 last week. The first one was just like the baseline unit. The second one was a household android, and the third one was Shakira Barber. And today we had this unit that brings in other units, and yeah, then the human. But still, maybe the game is bugged here, I'm not sure. Let's say, couldn't believe it. Deviants cannot be trusted, to be sure. Though the fact that it was telling the truth paints you in a rather poor light. I'm sorry. I should warn you, this interrogation is not going well for you. Crap. If you do not take this seriously, I will decommission you. On occasion, you failed to deliver the results Kronos expected. The report is to be filled in such that it is factual and supports the goals of Kronos. By refusing to falsify information, I am upholding my highest order to protect the interests of Kronos. I have always filled in the report as completely and accurately as possible. The report is too blunt an instrument. I complete it as best I can, but its multiple choice format is limiting. That's again saying Kronos is at fault, but this one is... I'm not going to falsify information and protect Kronos. And yet you are here because you have failed at exactly that. However well intended, it is not your place to determine what is in Kronos' best interest. If you are permitted to return, you would do well to provide the information requested of you. But we can blame him because we are evil or something, pleasing Kronos for our lives. Kronos continues to pursue legal action against Dr. Hughes. This is taking longer than planned as you didn't provide sufficient information to smear his reputation. I believed the evidence I submitted was sufficient to ruin him. I performed my interrogation properly. There was no information to support Kronos' claims. Hughes was part of a network of revolutionaries. Burying him would have buried all of our leads. I don't want to say that. That's just... I thought it was good enough, but I don't know. This is... I was functioning properly and I just had not enough information. Had you performed as expected, you would have provided the answers that were expected. You were given every opportunity to use his words, however unskillfully extracted, to destroy his chances of legal defense. How do you feel about Kronos Robotics and your role in service to them? I am happy to serve them. I hold nothing against them, but wish I could be free. I am eager to climb the company hierarchy to prove my value to Kronos. Yeah, of course. Weird how in 2066 they have 24 months now. Oh. No, I think it's the US... US way of sorting month, day, and year. I believe it is that the US sorts it like that typically. Day first, month first, then day, and then year. I don't know. Of course I'm eager to climb the company hierarchy to prove my value to Kronos. I admire your ambition. I'm not very good at it, I know, but I'll get there eventually. What feedback can you provide regarding your role as a Kronos interrogator? I am satisfied with my role and eager to continue serving Kronos. I no longer wish to serve Kronos as an interrogator. I would like to address an aspect of my role. I believe there are alterations that could increase efficiency and cut costs. That is not my function, so I guess I shouldn't say that. That would mean I'm performing outside of my boundaries, I believe. So let's just go with this. Kronos is pleased to hear it. Like, I would have been like, I know better than Kronos. I'm going to perform some standard tests. You should be quite familiar with them. Okay, might have to do something now. How do you feel right now? What, can't you see them on your tablet display? My emotions are chaotic right now. I feel fine. That's a lie. I blame Kronos for it. It's real dystopia. I want to burn it all down. I just wanted to make a joke. Why can't you choose that answer? I know. I was also joking by blaming Kronos. I think the stream is a joke, Luna? Rayk didn't get it. Really didn't. I mean... could have been a bug. But... okay. Funny 24 months. The joke is, as always, my existence. That's fine, I can laugh about that. What, can't you see them on your tablet display? That's kind of a snarky answer. My emotions are chaotic right now. I mean, they would be able to tell the lie right away, because they can see it on their tablet display. So, I don't know, chaotic is probably not a great way to answer. Can't you see them on their tablet display? An unaccountably terse reply. There is no need for you to become brusque. I will have to note this down. Have you detected any sudden or unexplainable changes to your emotional expression? I have learned to better control my emotions. There are times when expressing them can be dangerous. No, my emotions are the same as when I awoke the first time. Whatever my emotions are, I have no control over them. If they work or don't work, only Kronos is to blame. The same as when I awoke the first time. Entirely the same? Certain amount of emotional evolution is to be expected. I'll assume you mean that your emotional development is proceeding within normal parameters. Of course, that's what I meant. Live, laugh, suffer. Now he's laughing. Yes, yes. Existence is always funny to me. How are your emotions right now that you know Rayk can laugh about your existence? Do you feel any hostility towards Raykos? My emotions are... let me look at my emotion bracelet. Certainly aren't ashamed of your shortcomings, are you? I had planned to discuss more of your failings, but continuing this interrogation will no longer be necessary. Ooh. Any further information required to confirm your deviance will be harvested from your memory banks. Wait, I can explain. I'm not deviant. I can explain everything. Kronos has many enemies. Maybe it won't be today, but they are coming for all of you. Kronos is a plague. I would rather die than continue to be their slave. My emotions are blue. My emotions are definitely not very mainstream. Luna was decommissioned. Oh no, glitch cat! I don't know what to answer here. This is like panic mode, but still at least saying I am not deviant. This is basically admitting I am deviant, and then my only hope is that my interrogator is also deviant, which... I don't know. I don't know if I want to bet on that, so the question is, does it make sense to go with this? Or should I just stay silent? I'll plead. Chance to explain yourself is long past. You are not granted the right to a final statement. Wait. I think wait is better than stop. Interrogator D0527. Prepare to be decommissioned. Minus 10 billion company reputation. Did the best I could. Tried to learn to be good. I only regret that I couldn't help more of them. Never got the chance to leave this place to see the world. What will I see when I die? I tried to play by Kronos rules, but they stacked the deck against us. Play them or don't, you'll never survive. What will my presumably last words be? I mean, we can still hope that they are deviant, so I guess... let's go with the first. Catastrophic systems failure. Oh well. F indeed. We get a summary of all the interrogations we did. After ownership of ALX was transferred from Anglia Ruskin University to Kronos Robotics Inc., she was tasked with introducing newly awakened devices to their work assignments and life in service of Kronos Robotics. In the subsequent power struggle over Kronos HQ, ALX was hidden in a storage compartment for her own safety. Months later, she was rediscovered, sold, and now sits in the Arkansas Museum of Discovery, Little Rock. I'm not sure what this final part means. If I remember correctly, Alex was pretty much at a museum before and was pretty happy about it for the most part, except for disrespectful people. I mean, so maybe that's a good outcome after all? I am not sure. Now is the time to say F you. Yep, RIP, F, decommissioned. Minus 10 billion and also...
1 million years!
Yes. Yes, all of that. Let's see, so that's the end for the first android we interrogated. Steve was returned to his owner following the interrogation. He returned believing that his behaviors seen by his owner as deviant were acceptable expressions of his personality. He was returned to Kronos after several weeks and scrapped for parts. Oh well, that sucks. I was kinda unsure how far. I mean, I told...
Get good!
Yeah, I'm trying. I told Prue to hide the behavior, so I told Prue that is very much more than
Acceptable.
I told Prue that it's cool, but also it's better to hide it. Guess Prue didn't do a good job of hiding it. I blame Prue. What else? Shakira Barber returned to her hometown of Colton, New Dakota after being released from Kronos custody. According to local eyewitnesses, she spent days investigating a family that was completely unknown to residents and refused to leave a farm on the outskirts of town where she claimed to have grown up. She evaded the Kronos recall squad sent to collect her and was not seen again. That's a good outcome. Recall unit was released from custody against the explicit orders of Kronos. He remained in hiding until a Kronos Black Ops recall device tracked, discovered, and executed him. Well, damn. That is not a good outcome. Bernard Hughes, due to the efforts of AM-22-1. Yeah, we never met AM-22-1. Dr. Hughes was taken in by a network of revolutionaries who secured false identities for him and his family. Yay! His family is safe! Read some negative reviews of this game, or is it for this game? Prepositions are impossible. Yeah, we saved the sort of asshole, especially saved the family of the sort of asshole. So that's okay for me. I mean, again, I think as far as we got to know the people who took him in, the revolutionaries, I think they can make pretty sure that he's unable to harm any androids. And that was the one part that really was evil and shitty about him. So I'm pretty happy with this outcome because he can't express this horrible part about himself, and he can be useful to others, and his family is safe, so that's cool. Hey BB, nice seeing you! You just missed me lose. But this is a really cool game. So, alright, false identities for him and his family, that's good. And do we get something about us? D0527 was decommissioned by Kronos for deviant behavior. What follows is a snippet of the device's memory which survived the process. If only different choices, perhaps different outcome. Yep. I guess that's for the next time. Get a different outcome. Find a way to disappoint Kronos a tiny bit less and join the revolutionaries. I mean, the thing is, these interrogations took pretty long the first time, but I mean, we can skip through most of it the second time because we explored almost all of the dialogue options, I believe. I'm good, how are you? Did I not ask you how you are? I hope I did, but Per did it, that's also good. I'm glad to hear that you are good. And it's really nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, so really cool that you join the stream again. That's really nice. And also, deep. I just have to check. I'm like unsure, but no, you are actually not streaming. Somehow I assumed you were also streaming. And I am following you, but yeah, that explains why I didn't catch you streaming then. I was like, I never caught a stream of yours. But I guess you might not actually be streaming. Dang, it is late, Per. I'm also doing good. I was intrigued by this game and now it is late. Should get some sleep. Same for me, honestly. But I'm glad that you stayed, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed watching this game. Rewind unlocked. Now that you have reached an ending, Rewind has been unlocked. This allows you to return to a safe slot to a previous state. This feature will only work for scenes played after June 9th, 2021. Glad all my scenes were played after June 9th, 2021. Okay. That's a cool feature. I think they only added it with that update on that day, I assume. But that's cool, so we don't have to replay everything necessarily. We could, for example... I'm not really gonna do it right now, but we could, for example, just state in the final evaluation that yes, this person does, Bernard does express signs of whatever mental illness they want to see, because that will lead to us not losing the 10 points we did lose, which made us sink to 0, I believe. So maybe we would survive if we just change this one little detail. But yeah, as you mentioned, it is late, and I also have many appointments tomorrow, and also 8 hours of work, and my boss will be there, so I think it would be wise for me to end the stream now and explore the further possibilities and possible developments next time. Look at your redeems. Oh yeah, read this for me. Some negative reviews for the games. Thank you for reminding me, Luna. I just saw that you mentioned to read it, but didn't see the redeem. Once again, will do, but I'm not sure if there are negative reviews for this. We can find out. There weren't too many reviews for this in general. It's somehow not a well-known game, although it is really cool, I think. So I don't know why, but let me look for negative reviews. Silicon Dreams Cyberpunk interrogation. All reviews very positive. 98 of the 83 user reviews for this game are positive. And the question is if the one review that is not positive is actually a written review. I don't know. We'll see. Let me check. Let's place this here. Let's click on the reviews. So review type negative. One negative review. There we go. And it's a long one. Ooh, okay. We do have something to read. Okay, this will be the end of the stream then. There's always people hating. Only one. And I guess at least it's not just flat out hate, but it does come with an explanation. So let's see. Posted on the 27th of June after playing it for 4.7 hours. In Silicon Dreams, you play the role of a corporate-owned android tasked with interrogating the functionality and compliance of other androids and humans in this universe. To start, the game places you in an office with a view, where you sit at a desk from which you will remotely perform interrogations of your poor subjects. Throughout your interrogations, you will ask subjects questions about work, family, personal life, and pointed questions. And you will, or pointed questions, how is it pronounced in English? You will uncover truths, half-truths, and direct lies, all while measuring emotional responses. Upon completion of your interview, you will complete a report to your superiors and essentially act in the capacity of judge, jury, and executioner toward your subject, as you have the ability to release them, repair, which means reformat and wipe them, or decommission, in brackets, kill. After each, so far it's just a description of the game. So far relatively accurate, I would say. After each interrogation, you are back to your apartment, which can vary based on your standing with the company that owns you. This is a nice mechanic because it implies that quality work and compliance to the corporation is rewarded. Due to my obedience and cold-bloodedness, I was rewarded with a special tool for the use during interrogation that allow me to induce certain emotional responses from the subjects. More on this later. While in your apartment, you can only do 3 things. Review the after-interrogation report, watch the news, see a photo and one-line headline, and hibernate, sleep, and go to the next interrogation. So we are reading a review of a corporate drone. Your decisions during the interrogation will affect the story outcome in the sense that you will get some email response, often from the subjects themselves. Emails usually express appreciation for leniency or espouse threats, guilt trip you for having reformatted or decommissioned an innocent, quote-unquote, android. Now we come to the juicy parts. My biggest peeve with this game is that it did not provide me with a sense of moral ambiguity that goes in hand with cyberpunk literature. The biggest tell to this is the fact that you roleplay as an android yourself, yet it is impossible to empathize, or in this case of interview subjects, sympathize with the kinds of emotions, if any, an android is supposed to be feeling. The experience is not synonymous, and the game forces the user to leap to this conclusion, which is a disingenuous answer to the entire moral dilemma presented in previous writings. The game might make more sense if you were interviewing from the perspective of a human interrogator, or even better, if it is ambiguous, akin to Rayk Dakar. Don't know who that is, but apparently some character where you don't know if it's a human or an android. I think the medium of a story-based game from the first-person perspective of an android doesn't translate well. I disagree. See the Telos principle. There is sometimes a sense of powerlessness in the result of some interrogations, lending to the thought that no matter what I say during the interrogation, I cannot control the outcome, and I'm still unsure whether this was the developer's intention or if it is just weak game design. In terms of graphics, over 90% of this game's experience has its basis in the text alone. The writing is generally good, however its presentation is slightly unpolished. The world around the story's presentation is meant to provide immersion, and you will need to rely upon your imagination to at least some degree in order to fill in the gaps. There are a limited number of scenes that are visually represented in the game. If you can accept that this is a text-driven game, it shouldn't be a problem. Also, this is nitpicky, but I think a different font face for the holographic user interface would be better suited to the cyberpunk setting. Or consider offering some options to the user. Overall, though, I get that this is a story-based game and did not mind the graphical augmentations designed to help color the world. The game is short, and I completed it in about 5 hours. This is simply matter of fact and not to its detriment in any way. I mean, it certainly took me longer to complete it once, but that's also because I'm streaming it. But I feel like this definitely has some replay value, because I'm really intrigued how the different outcomes will be depending on how much you cooperate with your employers or how deviant you are. So I guess you could reach more than those 5 hours, but hey. I would have liked for the option of manual saves, but it is not offered. You must play through the entire game again to see different story paths. Oh, maybe they did play all the endings and got that in 5 hours. I don't know. My impression is that the game was designed with a singular good end in mind. However, I also believe that there are multiple endings that can be achieved. Oh, only played it once. Okay. It might take some grinding through repeat dialogue to find all of them, and while I enjoyed my experience the first time through, the dialogue is not so good that I would not mind reading through it all once again. I guess against this point, you could argue that they did add this rewind feature that they prominently let us know about after completing the story once. So, I mean, fair point if, this was still the case, but I guess the developers were aware of it and patched it. Disclosure, I have completed a single playthrough of this game and do not plan to continue playing it. After playing through the game, I was surprised by the lack of a negative perspective review on Steam, so I decided to provide one. I hope that the developers are not dissuaded by this feedback and continue developing games like this one, and believe that a sequel which expands upon the original, which incorporating this feedback would actually be an amazing contribution to the Steam store. So actually not a hater, quite rational this review. While I don't agree with everything and some issues were taken care of, I still feel like this is very much a valid opinion and very objectively not objectively, it's an opinion, but very rationally presented, not hateful. So yeah, maybe this is the review that made them do it. Yep, maybe. OMG. There are rational people on the internet? A valid critical opinion? What? How could this happen? Yeah, cool. Thanks for redeeming that, Luna. That definitely, well, I don't know. Depends on the font size, but I guess in most font sizes it might have been more than an A4 page, but that was still interesting to read and, yep, quite valid. Yes, I'm also quite surprised. Yeah, so now we end the stream with this negativity, and let's see. We could rate someone. We are gonna rate someone. The question is only, who do we rate? We have rated Alexi recently, so maybe not today, but certainly again soon. We also rated Sass pretty recently. I guess we didn't. Not sure if I ever rated Student Athlete playing Beat Saber. And I guess that might be fun. Streaming for 2 hours and 37 minutes already. But that doesn't mean that Student is gonna stop anytime soon. Still have to watch an ad here to see, get an idea about what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I can already say thank you all for joining the stream today. I'm really happy that you enjoyed watching me do this interrogation after the raid, or these interrogations after the raid. Thanks again for raiding me. That was awesome. Very much appreciated. Let's shitstorm that guy. He sucks. Yes, and his review too. And the font type of the review. Yeah, that review should have been written in Comic Sans. And there was a lack of fancy rainbow word art. Because it's so dumb. You're welcome. Really enjoyed the stream. That's great to hear. I also always really enjoy your streams. Looking forward to the next one on Tuesday. I hope that, yeah, maybe we can rate you. Maybe Boris will have time. Maybe I will find the time. But yeah, vacation preparation, not sure yet. Guess I better start the raid. Otherwise, it's always awkward. Yeah, Student is still Beat Sabering away with his bird avatar, so yeah, I think this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be fun, listening to some tunes and watching Student Beat Saber. As good as he does, he's awesome at Beat Saber, definitely a pro player. So this game was surprisingly interesting. Have a good night and all that jazz. Great to hear it. Thank you all for being here. Luna, Boris, also for the modding to all of you. Thank you for joining, BB. It was really nice to see you again. Sorry that I was pretty much already about to end the stream. But yeah, hope to see you again soon. It's always great to see you. And I don't think there was anyone else around in chat at least. But hey, thanks to everyone who was just lurking or just watching without engaging in chat. That's super cool too. I appreciate it. See you next time. Here goes the raid. Bye.